What is up, everybody? Thank you, Cookie Killer, for the 25 months. And alright, hold on, we'll turn the in-game music on for the finale here. Alright, I don't know why Jason is in my room, but you know, why not? How you doing, chat? Alright, yeah, if they could just buff Jason like 2 more times, that would be great. Oh, you're right, chat's not on the screen. There we go. So people were saying that he does like a group-wide time excel somehow. Just complete bullshit, but like, I don't know how getting shot in the face by Kuretsugu means you get a stronger version of his ability. The alien god? So is it his ability and then her authority? But like, why does he have it anyway? Alright. Plot convenience. Yeah, that's generally the way of it. Oh wow, you make the team right now. Alright. I think all of our servants are back, which is actually kind of disappointing because, man, we were getting down to the nitty-gritty. Alright, let's see here. I tell you, that Spectre dance is so good with the ORT theme. I want to try to use Constantine just cause, although he's not super great in this fight specifically, but we'll see here. So if you want to get early damage in, I remember Riders are the way to go because he's stuck as caster for a little bit. What do we got? You know what? We got Constantine, we'll do it. We got, Achilles. He's not amazing for this, but, might bring him anyway, just because he's the greenest green that ever was. So probably my favorite NP in the game, actually. Hard call, though. I don't know. There's some good shit in this game. That was a hate boy. There's always Ushi. I don't really know what his class order is after caster. I could turn into like a lancer or something. I can always use Ku, but just for the sake of variety, we're gonna try not to do that. Proto Ku though, boy, that'll do well. Nothing could go wrong here. 100 face. I'm assuming like right where I like finished it on my main account, he was about to turn into a lancer, I suspect. Oh, we have Kentoki. That's the thing. All right, chat. What do you want, Kentoki or Ushi? I kind of wanted to go with Ushi actually, just to give the attack buff to Achilles, but Kentoki pretty good here. Could try both. I don't know if the timing will work out so good, if I did both. Could also do that. Alright, yeah, we'll try both. Achilles will have his chance. We use him all the time anyway. Alright, what to go with? I wish I had Arthur on this account. I'd love to use Arthur against ORT. The NP would look so cool. Yeah, I just forget the class order. I'm kind of afraid to bring just whatever. Completely inferior to regular Ku, but we're doing it anyway. Not a very spicy team, to be honest, but his account is a bit limited. Do I have his passive? Come on. I do. Okay, that's good. Not enough team cost. That's surprising. Let's see. What can I... Oh, you know what? We don't have to turn one NP on him. I need a... This is a rare thing, but I need a hard-hitting 4-star CE. But I don't need starting NP. Anything like that I probably haven't kept, to be honest. I'm sure there's shit, but... It's 20% quick up. I guess that'll do. Oh boy. I don't know about this. This would not surprise me if it fails. Yeah, SD Gundam was good. I enjoyed it.
Pretty
smooth the way they do the music there. Alright, so he is a foreigner right now. Our screen is not centered. Better. There we go. Alright. Don't know if I should have cast that. Man, we're not Roman. Okay, this is sad. I haven't used Constantine in so long, I gotta look up his skills. Like, I really, really like Constantine, it's just, I haven't played the ult account a lot. What do you want from me, chat? Right, Star Bomb, massive gain rate. Oh, crap. Yeah, I'll do that. Man, I hope Joan has done well, and I hope she can summon the class card servant. I'll roll on this account to do that. Okay, he's a caster now. Boy, this stage lags a bit. Jesus. FGO is just not well optimized. Like, it's a very poorly optimized game. I really hope they work on that. But, you know, they have to hire people for that to happen. Okay, triple heal down. How about that? 96%. Too bad Constantine didn't get a Buster card here. That'd have been really good. But we'll do Kentucky things. Da Vinci, you're fucking up the music! Okay, Kentucky though, he gets past the music. Who doesn't want to run over Ort with a motorcycle? That looks interesting. But they literally was just like, hey guys, on the Nintendo Direct, they just like, hey, we're making Metroid Prime Remastered, and it's already out. And we have never talked about this at any point before. It was very silly. Not really that loud for me, but... Well... Damn it. Ooh, she's not... She missed the timing. Damn. Let's see. Kentucky and Constantine have heal down, so we'll do this. I should have cast her Evader over this. Very unlikely to loop here. Man, that sucks though. The timing got so messed up there. Yeah, Nintendo's not super great at marketing, to be honest.
これぞ列車天揺らす嘘の鳴き声矢をよろずのノリとなり
滅びるかいや断じて滅びはせぬ
That Sanson feels bad.
テオドシウス・コンスタンテ
I
ィ
don't
ノ
know,
ス
literally everyone has their own music. Except for Uchi, I guess.
源手飛べば変わらぬ発想飛び
135 is still pretty good. Wow, that was a lot of damage for being neutral. Not bad. The classes don't. Oh, now he go. Oh, fuck me, dude. It's because they're trying to make it sync up with the NPCs. Yeah, I could have waited to use Uchi's NP and NP here, done more. It's still pretty good though. Okay, I'm kind of concerned about Robin's ability to live here. I want him to live until this turns into a saber, but I'm not sure that's going to happen soon. Rainbow chain. Yeah, I'll rainbow chain. 500% overcharge. That's not even possible unless you've got like demonic CE if you go first. Because the most overcharge you can have on your own is 300%. And obviously no one's in in front of him. So the only way to do that is a craft essence or cheating. Which I'm pretty sure they're doing the cheating. Rider again. We just Rider caster for a really long time. And once the AI is done, then you start switching to all the stuff. Well, that could have been better. He already had his NP. I think Robin's gonna have to NP now, though. None of these classes make any sense. I'll remember that next time, though. I'll bring an assassin here if I lose. Could maybe have Robin wait one more turn, but I don't think there's any reason to do that. I'm gonna do Proto's first skill for the debuff resistance. Overcharge Robin. And I'll go for the art. I think yours should do decent damage. No, not really. Never mind. Better. We're gonna lose. It's because I just couldn't remember what classes he turned into at the end here. And like now he's an archer, but Protoku can't do anything. Although Protoku happens to get all the cards. And can do like the star absorb thing, maybe he can do a lot here. But yeah, this is looking bad. He stole my defense up. Great. Protoku did get the cards, but he actually got too many cards. I will evade Robin and hope it turns into a saber. I can remove the defense up, that's good. Just throw that Buster card, please. 50%. Or don't. Okay, you only crit with the art card. Please turn into a goddamn saber. Either that or stay as an archer. Do not turn into a lancer. Okay, well he stayed as archer, that's good enough. Can we kill?
そんじゃ行きますか。あげて任せな。
Yeah, no, ORT crit us.
えぐれ。ぶち抜け。
Wait, did I don't know if I have poison on my Robin's normal cards, so I'm not sure ORT's actually poisoned right now. I normally, okay, he is. I normally pay attention to that, but kind of slipped my mind there. Also, we're just standing on ORT's leg there. Wow, 125 when you're not counterclassing. And we don't have the Mystic Code buff or any of that. Oh, we still might lose. Oh, God. This is not Robin's fault. This is definitely not Robin's fault. We actually did incredibly well considering the boss has never been a saver. Why is he? Is it random? He's been Archer for so long. It's actually really good for us. Because we have a Lancer, obviously. What the hell?
へえ。おうへえ。しないな。
No, probably dead here. Ah, no, maybe not. But it depends on what he turns into. I'm not sure we can kill him if he doesn't stay Archer. Go Berserker, go Berserker. Why is he just staying Archer? I mean, I'll take it, but I don't feel like we deserve this. Like, honestly, I really don't think our back row was very good. But for some reason, he just stayed Archer forever. Whatever. I'll just roll with it. Yeah, he should be dead here. Proto Q does have a slightly higher luck stat than regular Q.
えぐれ。ぶち抜け。ケイボルク。
First try, no problem.
つまらん相手だ。やる気なくすぜ。
Oh, I totally forgot about that. The massive bond and all that. We only had 6 million QP, so yeah, I'll take that. I wish they gave you 10 of each gold gem. TG, thank you for 29 months, man. Thank you, man. Long time. Alrighty. She like barbecues herself here. That's chat right there. She's gonna get like remade as like a lifeless doll, and we'll see if what happens from there. Like, if she goes back to normal. I'm sure when she comes back as like the puppet thing that they talked about, there's gonna be a whole shtick with the alien priestess. We have zero fashion sense. Very true. Yeah, she keeps ORT from doing his shield that lets him warp like space. Not really sure. I guess she's always had some timey-wimey abilities though, so I guess that's why she can do that. And they really want you to think, like, they show you this clip to really make you think it's over. Like, they really want you to be like, oh, that's it. We won, guys! We did it! I do think they're gonna add Ogla at some point, but it might be a while. Like the next major story, something like that. Yeah, and see, they do this whole bit like it's after the story, right? Like, you know, she's dying, but the threat's over and all that, right? So they really want you to think you're done. Yeah, this really did remind me of Perfect Cell coming back in Dragon Ball Z. Yeah, look at that. They really they really want you to think it's over. What would have been really good is if they could have somehow masked this as not a fight. Now you might think it's like, you know, the Taz thing, like they did, right? Like they do that a lot, where there's like a bonus fight at the end that's not as hard as the final boss, blah 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 blah. But yeah, it's a shame they couldn't like hide this part better. They could have made this. What I would have done is I would have made this story section right here a 0 AP node. That's what I would have done. And I would have made it the last node of the chapter, and then the next part I would have made a new chapter. I would have really done everything I could fuck with people. Yeah, a fake rail reward would have been great. That would have been really good, actually. So I'm pretty sure this is like the computer that monitors the like Throne of Heroes and summoning and that kind of thing. Because they've got like this device that like monitors the summoning nonsense. Oh, why can't this be playable, dude?
Hello.
Hello. Oh, but seriously, this needs to be playable. Look at this absolute Chad. Best foreigner in the game, by the way. Even looks like a Dragon Ball Z villain, man. He's off. Not sure how we're gonna do this boss fight, to be honest. Try Constantine. By the way, you die here. Like you're getting radiation poisoning right now, and you die from it after the boss fight. Good shit of green. No denying that. Man, they had like no scenes with Cuckoo and Ogla at the same time. God, the head thing is a little silly. Alright. I guess this is back in time a bit. Why'd they have to give that poofy sleeves, man? I'm so not a fan of that. Weird. So who's she talking to here? Does anybody know? Are they just dinos? Oh, she's talking to, what is it, Tipu? I'm surprised he's still alive because, it says like he got his limbs like cut off when he attacked ORT. Alright. Wait, no, not violence yet. We're just sitting here standing in the radiation. No big deal. For once, ORT not like attacking us right now is actually sensible because the longer we take, the more space poisoning we get. I'd be like, yeah, take your time. No, no worries. Soak it in. All right. I like how you're not allowed to like destroy the team. Look at this though. No stories, no supports. Great. Why can't we do this all the time? Like I love this about the end of Lostbelt 7. I didn't have to deal with the fucking support system. Whoops. Although it is legitimately silly as hell that you can't like delete the team there. Alright, now it's really boring because I did it in the video, but like seriously, 100 face is just really good here because just like Bat Boss, what will kill you here is getting crit. And like I would use someone else that has crit down, but I don't really have anyone else that has crit down. So yeah, like my main, I've got quite a few characters that have crit down, but I don't think this account does it. Does anyone else have crit down? That's like on an NP. It's not good enough on a skill. I mean, certainly not as good as 100 face. I mean, there's Billy, but that's not great. Oh, you know, you have to win this. You absolutely have to win this. This fight's actually pretty hard for free to play. It's easy to strong arm, but for like 1 to 3 stars, this stage was actually pretty tough for me. Not the hardest thing I've ever done or anything, but yeah, Billy is not that good because he's only 20% crit down, and he's not going to NP as often as 100 face. Where 100 face is 50% crit down, which is way better, and then it way more uptime. Now, if Billy was grailed on this account, I would do it, but he's not, so. Alright, well, I said I'd use Constantine, so that's a thing. Asterios is amazing here, but I might try to go without, because, you know, I did that on the main account. Anti-debuff is really important here. Might just start with Asclepius. Martha's alright. Now, I didn't know this when I did it on my main account, but when he's on his final health bar and doing his kill everyone but one person shtick, he apparently attacks the unit in the far left last, unless they have taunt. So you can kind of manipulate it that way. Now, I could probably finish off the final health bar with Clown Boy. Obviously, Zhu Fu, especially with her NP healing her, there's just no way she could die. Ku could definitely do it. That kind of pissed me off that I didn't do that in the video, but what else is there? Try Gwaine. That's kind of spicy. I don't know how great Gwaine would be, but that'd be fun if he could do it. And there's actually Constantine. You could finish up with Constantine. Leo could probably do it too, actually, just because he's going to be NPing so often that well, I don't know. The dots might be a problem. I mean, he could probably at level 100 he could probably kill the boss in time. But yeah, the dots could definitely be an issue. Mash could probably do it, but that's boring as hell. Maybe Martha could do it. She could definitely do it. Honestly, if you have none of the rare things, Ku and Zhu Fu really are the best two picks. Like, if you have to be at straight neutral for low stars, Ku's the best one. And then Zhu Fu is actually counterclassing. There's just so few alter egos that you actually get unless you're like really trying to roll on, you know, Melt or something when they're rated up. So there doesn't give me a lot of options here for an interesting cleanup unit. Be fun to use Gil, but he's absolutely horrible here. But that'd be interesting to see how much damage you can do at the end. I think Gwaine. Gwaine's not like actually a good pick, but I kind of want to try that. Might need to give him clear command codes. The problem is getting Gwaine to be the final unit, but then not having him show up so soon. I may be overestimating my front row, like a lot. Because see, the problem with this is it'd be Joan of Arc. She could do it, by the way, but you'll pay dearly for it. But like if I did it like this, so he's in the right spot, he's gonna show up at a really bad time. There's almost no rectifying that, to be honest. Yeah, there's really no way for this account to actually deal with that. This is why like Zhu Fu is so good, because you can put Zhu Fu right here, and that's totally fine. The only thing I could do is Chen Gong and taunt Joan of Arc. I guess I try that. That kind of hurts my anti-debuff, but fuck it. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to reset though because I have to do command codes. Command codes are really important here. Gonna be dual wielding music here. Look how long it takes to back out. It's unbelievable. Like, just to do command codes, you have to do all of this. Wait, why is there still no music? What about if I go in here?
Yeah.
No, there it is. So shut the fuck up, Da Vinci. No one comes here to talk to you. Do not fool yourself. Alright. Yeah, you gotta start the stage, then exit. Yeah, it's like a whole thing. I could just play the song if I need to, but that is really messed up. Okay, well, hold on. You say toxic, but I mean, do you want to hear Da Vinci every time you go to that menu? Eh? I wish they'd show a little face icon of who they're equipped to. So if you need to unequip from somebody, you're not just like bouncing the same command codes back and forth. Also, this account has significantly less anti-dot command codes in my main. Attack removal is also pretty good here, because he has an attack up buff. Does he stun in this fight? I don't remember. I remember he art seals. I wonder if this actually does make you card seal immune. Man, I didn't even think to try that. Because obviously it's in the protected box and you can't normally stop that, but you know, you had the fucking stun earlier that was in the protected box and you could immune it. So I do wonder if you can actually immune that art seal. Because all 3 of my NPs are actually art, I think. Pretty sure Constantine is art. Nope, he's Buster. That's actually useful. Okay, no reason for him to have this then. I don't think you can immune it though. I feel like at one point I had Asclepius's NP up and it didn't stop it, but I don't know. Although I guess he cast it after attacking you, so Asclepius's guard would already be used up. Yeah, actually no, I wouldn't know. Okay, hold on. This is so lame, but it's like I can't equip dot clears through that UI because I'll have no way of knowing who I'm unequipping them from. So I might end up just unequipping them from the people that I just put them on. So I have to like remove them manually this way. Okay, she actually needs them. She needs them. Wayne's gonna need some too, though. I don't have enough for everybody. Man, Asterios is so good for this fight because the art seal is 3 turns and his debuffs last 5 turns, so it gives you a nice safety net for those turns where you can't NP or anything like that. To yeah, be a lot safer. Well, looks like I've only got 1 to spare. Maybe take 1 off Joan of Arc. Can also get defense down, and doesn't he do like... Doesn't he do fear or something? Like, I think he does cast fear sometimes. Which, that's pretty awful if it actually procs. Yeah, I know he does defense stand, anti-heal, shit like that. Oh, Mash has one. Oh right, this is anti-dot 2. Right here. What's really good though is just anti-debuff, because you can get rid of some of the debuffs that aren't the dot, but it's kind of hard to set that up. I think that's a dot clear. Alright, this'll do. There really needs to be a button to just unequip all command codes from every single character. That would save you a lot of hassle. In case of emergency. Man, I can't believe they've been trying to hire college kids instead of, like, seasoned professionals. Like, imagine having that much money, and you're trying to hire fucking college kids to save money. I just, so ridiculous. Especially when your game is, like, in dire need of fixing, and the best, you know, their best option there is experienced developers that know what they're doing. Clearly. Doesn't have a defense buff, but it's crit up, and for some reason I was thinking it also removed an attack buff. It does not do that. That would be the art one. I mean, you can do that. Alright, good enough for now. Doesn't have to be perfect. So is there supposed to be music right now, and there just isn't because it's bugged? Yes? Well, sounds like FGO. Alrighty, you take an outrageous amount of damage the second the stage starts, but Asclepius is really good for that. Surely I bought his passive. No. Do I guess I don't have enough coins on this account, actually. I'll check, but, don't think I've rolled story, really, since they added the coin system. Love being NP5 and shit like that on story lock servants and then not getting any of those coins retroactively. Real fun game. Really want to have to roll for like NP90 Mori. Shocked I didn't do that. Now, if I got that max, she could show up an NP right away. But I don't really want to use the QP and the skill gems right now, so we'll just deal with it. Alright, yep, 25 coins. Thanks, game. When he's worth 30 coins per copy. Wait, that's amazing. He's worth 30 coins per copy, and I obviously have him, and I have 25 coins. That is so fucking stupid, dude. Like, they should have at least given you the coins for the up to NP5. I, honest to God, just can't believe they didn't do that. We'll be at 90. Maybe give it to Constantine instead, then. Tell you though, I really want him to NP when you break the bar. That way you've got something to like hold off ORT while you're art sealed. Guts is not too bad for him, although we have team cost issues, I see. Because of Joan of Arc and all these K-scopes. Let's see. That's not necessarily necessary. This is not necessarily necessary. You really want something on Gwen because you're going to try to use him as your cleanup. Which is not a very good idea, by the way, but I'm going to do it anyway. Well, she's not turn 1 NPing anyway. Alright, what a weird team. I'm worried Constantine is not gonna do super good here, but certainly he's not gonna do better than Asterios, but we'll see what he can pull off. It is worth rolling on Story Banner for Asclepius. I always say when I'm like planning on pushing through the story and getting past Lostbelt 4, because he's not in Story Summon until after you beat Lostbelt 4. But I just stockpile SQ during that period. And then I roll and get some Asclepius copies, and then that's that. It's worth eating the burn one time, because then you've got Asclepius forever. Okay, so we have to reset the game to fix the music. Boy, I bet you a bunch of people don't know this, and they assume there's no music for this stage. What happens if you die? Like, if you just fail? Does that fix it as well? I would not wait for a rate up if I was free to play. It could take way too long for him to get one, and if you're free to play, you're in desperate need of Asclepius. Where if you're not free to play, you probably don't need him that much. But actually, if I've got a lot of experience because I make so many accounts. I highly recommend, if you're a pure free to play, that a good bit before you get to Lostbelt 4, you start saving up SQ, you beat Lostbelt 4, and then you use that SQ to try to get Asclepius. And the thing is, it's not bad. It's not like you're only getting Asclepius. Story Summon makes you more likely to get K-Scope, you're more likely to get 2030, you're more likely to get like a lot of those default craft essences that are really good. You could get Bedivere and stuff like that while you're at it, and that's nice as well. So you're not wasting the SQ just on Asclepius, right? It's practical for an account to roll on story a few times when it's a newer account. It really is. You just want to pick the right time to do it. So you're killing multiple birds with one stone. But yeah, I mean, anyone that's watched me for a long time, you know, I play through the game with new accounts from time to time. Every time I make a new account, every time, I make sure by the time I beat Lostbelt 4, I've got a nice chunk of SQ that I can just throw at story, and I just keep doing it until I get Asclepius. So then, generally at that point, then I stop and I don't roll story again. But yeah, it's super worth it. All right. Loud as it can be, sadly. Alright, we are fucked up. What do I do here? Okay, here's what I can do. Let me know if the sound effects are too loud that way. Oh, I can twink this. Alright, I think it's good enough. I could Brave Chain. If only that first skill was maxed out. If that first skill was maxed. And then if I could have Rainbow Chain. Okay, very good. I can probably break right now, but I really need to get Asclepius's NP up like right as I break. I think I gotta wait just a moment here, because he'll get ORT sealed and he won't be able to do anything. Oh, he does have a defense buff. I think he stole my defense buff. Oh, he stole my buster buff too. I see how it is. God, I didn't even think about that, but Asterios is extra good here because Asterios is debuffs. He can't steal debuffs. I did not think of that, but yeah, Asterios is just bonkers here. I could do his NP right now, but I think I should wait because there's no debuffs to clear yet. Got that 90% Buster crit, but we're gonna break anyway, and I need to use her NP so we get the crit down, because he keeps critting us and we're getting super fucked up. I'll just do it in case we happen to not break. Okay, we didn't break, although we could have finished that health bar off with anything. We didn't need a giant Buster crit. I'm kind of pissed though that ORT stole my Buster buff and all that. Okay, there's the... That's what will kill you on a budget team right there, though, is the art seal. A lot of the budget units that are really good here are all art NPs, so it's really nasty. How do we have no debuffs still? Because he just hasn't cast it. He casts a thing where when he attacks you, he puts debuffs on you, but he just hasn't cast it yet. It's kind of weird. Okay, well, obviously... Constantine time. I've been holding on to Asclepius' skill so long, he could have had it back by now with Atlas, so maybe that wasn't worth. Alright, no art cards for us. Yeah, if you can wait for a class banner, that is a good time to get Asclepius. But there hasn't been a class banner on JP in an crazy amount of time. I think the one you're getting on NA is actually the last one you get. Unless I'm forgetting something, but I don't think there's been any other ones. Which really sucks. I actually really like class banners. I think they should do a class banner once a year. So you could just say, hey, wait for that one time of the year. I have never done this fight where I go this long without getting debuffed. I am actually confused. Why did I do that? Why did I do that? I can't NP! I'm art sealed! Boy, this is a productive turn. I just gave him an attack buff for no reason. I just like, yeah, have this. No, I want to take more damage. It's fine. Okay, well, that's damage. 45k, okay, maybe not as good as I was thinking. He's skill sealed though, so we're still not going to get the debuffs. God, why did I have to give him that attack up? That's not too bad. Oh, he's only attacking for one hit. So, that's there for if he crits. If he crits you, that's just going to be really nasty. But for the AoE, it's not so bad. Okay. I think we, This is so weird. It's just so weird. You're normally just swimming in debuffs, but I've never been debuffed. I could do the third skill right now, and I could do Asclepius' NP. I think he can live one more turn. I can Rainbow Chain. However, I would really like to do Constantine's thing here. He's not gonna break with that alone, though. That'll do it, I think. Up to the boys, let's go. So far, Constantine's not doing too bad, but this is honestly kind of a warped version of the fight because we're not getting debuffs. And like, obviously Constantine's not exactly incredible against debuffs. Okay, good, she healed us there, so there's really no way Asclepius is gonna die. Look at that, he would have crit us, but he didn't get it because 100 phase. Feels good. Alright. Dying to space radiation slowly. If he doesn't have attack up, Constantine can block this. That's actually really awesome. Okay. Overcharge Asclepius should be fine. I wonder who's done more damage, Constantine or 100 phase. What a cool guy. You know, Asclepius would probably actually be super useful for fighting ORT, canonically. Like, now he wouldn't be able to fight ORT, you know, head on at all, but he could probably do something about the radiation, at least to some extent. So, that would definitely be helpful. Okay, we've only broken 2 bars, though. Okay, now he's got this, but that's the HP one. That's not... He has a skill that he casts, so anytime he attacks for the next 3 turns, he applies a bunch of random debuffs. But he has never used it the entire time. And I've never seen that before. I'm about to... I mean, I could have used Asclepius' 3rd skill multiple times at this point. But I swear the second I do it, he's gonna debuff the shit out of me. Right, he's got the damage resist. I might have to cast it here because if I don't, Asclepius is probably gonna die. Well, I could do... And, Cuckoo's probably gonna show up. By the way, this background is the best background, but, yeah, Cuckoo's probably gonna show up this turn. The nice thing about Constantine is that he is kind of like Joan of Arc, but without the anti-debuff, but then he himself can do some solid damage. His animations are really good. I'm not using them a lot in this fight, unfortunately, but yeah, I really like Constantine. I've never regretted getting him. I've actually just regretted not playing my ult account more, so I don't actually use him very often. I do need to play this account more because it's the account that I stream for new major content, right? So I save my main account for videos. And so I wanted to have more fun stuff. That's the thing, right? It's pretty bare bones right now. So I really do need to take some time to catch it up and that kind of thing. Did he eat my stuff? No, I just didn't. That's right, I didn't cast it. Okay, no need to do 100 faces shtick here. So, chat, I'm not crazy, am I? Doesn't he normally debuff the living daylights out of you? Like, I remember doing this on my main, and just every turn, I was just swimming in debuffs, and I could not remove them enough, and it was actually awful. Like, he's literally not cast it one time. He has never done it. I don't even... The thing is, like, his attacks are basically a vehicle for him to apply the debuffs. That's why they don't do that much damage, right? And does the health drain. So if he never casts the skill, he's actually significantly less dangerous here. Like, obviously the one turn that he casts it, he does less damage on that turn, but like all the following turns, it's like better. Okay, that sucks. Okay, we have skill seal now, so we can't do it. Yeah, honestly, I love Constantine and all, but I doubt Constantine would be doing so good here if the debuffs were happening like they normally do. Making Asclepius, though, not very good, because he's got the debuff resistance, the debuff immunity, the debuff clear, and the boss isn't debuffing, so yeah, it's not great for him. I kind of need 100 face NP just to reapply the crit down. That kind of sucks, though. I'll just wait. What's the best thing I can do? You know what? It's so rare you do this during a boss fight, but when the break bar is that low, might as well. Let's go Asclepius DPS. So chat, he has animations for taking like a step forward and a step back, which is only for the player side. I don't think that means they were wanting to make him playable, though. I'm honestly not sure why they did that. Because, like, with Guadia, we know that they absolutely were planning on making him playable because they actually had lots of stuff ready for him, and they ended up not doing it. But, like, he had a victory line, and you would never make a victory line unless they're going to be playable. He had, you know, move forward and backward and that kind of stuff. But he had extra attack. I think he even had bond lines, for God's sakes, and he had a couple other things, but he had a bunch of stuff that was like player only. But they still might make Guadia playable down the road. But yeah, I don't know why ORT has some of the player animations. It's kind of strange. Sanson has a cooldown. You can only use it every like 45 seconds. So, you know, chat's, you know, not just Sanson over and over again. That's funny though, first time chatter just goes straight for the Sanson. I mean, I respect that. I respect the bloodthirstiness. Okay, we're gonna do this and this. Do I save Constantine's NP for the boss's NP coming up? Probably not. Besides, he's at 200%. I could maybe get away with not doing Asclepius' NP right now and do this art card. I have like too many things I want to do. Can I use like 6 cards per turn? Just use all my NPs and then do all this shit too? That seems fair. Okay, maybe we don't Constantine NP then. Yeah, let's do that. Save it for the boss NP. Well, honestly, all that work that they did for playable Guadia, they won't reuse. They'll start from scratch again because they want like more up-to-date stuff if they did use them. And it's like Calamity Jane was going to be added in America, then she got cut for whatever reason. And they had, when they added Billy and Geronimo with America, they had voice lines for Calamity Jane that people data mined. Like they just straight up fully voiced clips. But when they finally did add Calamity Jane, they didn't use those voice lines, they used different ones. And it's probably because they kind of recharacterized Calamity Jane, and you know, she's part of the serververse now, and before she probably wasn't going to be. Oh, we looped. That's nice. Also, kind of getting our asses... I don't understand how I have not been debuffed this entire time. I am so confused by this. I think we just got crazy lucky, and maybe in his later health bars he doesn't cast it as often, but... So as well as we're doing right now, most of these units are going to die because of the gimmick at the end. Yeah, Fluffy was a good boss fight. I mean, he was a little overtuned. There's really no denying that. But it was still a good boss fight. Okay, he does have an attack up. Do I have my attack removal? I do have my attack removal command code. So I don't necessarily have to do this right here. Okay, we will go... Almost want to do Buster Chain. Yep, fuck it. See red, press red. Just crit, no problem. I got insta-death by Bad Boy a lot too the other day. However, if you do proc the shtick, then the insta-death like happens all the time. But if you don't proc it, then it's decently low. Best thing you can do to counteract that though is bringing guts. So I still have never used Asclepius' third skill. I just know though the second I cast it, he's going to finally do his debuff hell thing. But this is getting out of hand. Fuck it, I'm doing it. I'm just doing it. I have given this man so many attack buffs though. I don't know. This might be the sleep bar though. If I break it, this would be okay. Yeah, we're gonna want that sleep if we can get it, because yeah, that's a lot of attack buffs. Let's see here. We want to do as much damage as possible then, so we'll Rainbow Chain. Come on, Hunter Face. You got the art resist down. Oh, good. We're getting Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. That'll pretty much guarantee it. Man, I even brought Atlas because of the debuffs. Like, the debuffs are such a problem. Why did I even bring Joan of Arc then if like, we're not getting debuffed? Alright, I think this is the sleep phase. Although he's still gonna have these actually. Yeah, they got one more turn. Shit. You can remove these buffs from Cuckoo if you do 100 Face's third skill. Let's not do that. He's awake! He only gets like one turn of these, I think. And 2 hits. It's not too bad. Oh, he sleeps himself after 1 action. Boy, this health bar is a freebie. Does he quick charge or anything? I don't think so. Yeah, we didn't get the arc buff. It happens. I could give her buff success chance command code, but I went full anti-debuff. Not that he's ever debuffed me, but... I'm actually mad though that he's not debuffing. I just don't. That's not how the fight's supposed to go. Alright, well, people are about to die. Oh wait, no, that's the next health bar, excuse me. He would have just crit the shit out of me if it wasn't for 100 Face. Like, I think she just stopped 2 crits, I think. Yeah, and we had no buffs whatsoever, so we would have gotten crazy foobarred. I'm pretty sure the city waifu has a voice line for Constantine because he's all about protecting a city. I don't know what the voice line is, but I just know she has one, and I assume that's why. Maybe there's something you do that triggers him to cast the thing. Because what it is he activates an ability that lasts 3 turns, that anytime he attacks, he will apply a debuff with the attack. And because he's AoE, that means everybody gets debuffed, and he, attacks 2 or 3 times every turn, so it's pretty nasty. But he's not used it a single time. I do not have a defense removal command code. I think I NP anyway, though.
了解した。
0 damage. Did he damage cut? I didn't even know he had a damage cut. What? I don't remember this. Good damage, no, good damage. Really accomplishing a lot that turn. Okay, we really need Constantine's NP here, so we don't get thwarted. You should get it. We can rainbow chain.
了解した。
Yeah, I looked on Atlas DB a while ago, and it was just listed as a generic skill that he can just cast whenever he wants. Now, sometimes they have a generic skill that's tied to some weird AI, but I don't think that's the case. So yeah, I don't know what the hell. It might even just be bugged, because this fight does seem a little buggy, like with the music cutting out and all that. Like, it's one thing if he just doesn't cast it often and you get lucky, but like, he's just never cast it at any point. Do I do her buster even though it's 80%? It isn't actually, like a buster up's great and all, but it's not actually that important. We should probably just take the art.
あまたの侵略あれど、我らの侵攻にかなうものなし。
Oh yeah, he's just gonna murder pretty much everybody once he gets to the last bar, but it is what it is. We'll try to use Qingong to manipulate things a little bit. The good news is we're gonna get an outrageous amount of buffs, because when I was doing like low star stuff, I mean, dude, I was struggling. It's not like I did the fight one time. I did the fight several times, and every single time I did it, ORT would just put me in absolute debuff hell, and it was just awful. Anyway, and because of that, it was very difficult to get to the ending phase with a lot of characters alive. So I couldn't get very many buffs, because the final unit gets buffed for all the other units that died, but only during the fight. Like, I'm mad, because like I was like really struggling here, and like this is just free, right? This is so easy right now, and it's not like Constantine's carrying me. No offense to Constantine or anything, but like Asterios I actually think is better. But anyway, yeah, the whole shtick was I couldn't get to the ending part with a lot of units alive, so I wouldn't get the buffs from people dying. Where now I'm just like casually walking on in like I own the play. I don't know if I was unlucky before or just unbelievably lucky now, or it's bugged. I don't know. It's fucking stupid. Hi, Captain. How you doing? I'm not even. Oh, we have some debuffs now. Oh yeah! Fuck this game! I remember, that's one of the random debuffs, which is huge! That was the whole thing! This eats you alive. It's full buff block, unlimited number for 3 turns, right? So I had to like make sure I used, this thing really well, right? And then Asclepius things really well to just really minimize the awfulness of that. But I'm on turn 22, and that's the first time he's ever used. This is so stupid. This is just so fucking stupid. There's no way this many health bars, dude. Like, I should have had to deal with this like 3 or 4 times, and that means someone would have died, right? If you have buff block here and there, that means you're not getting guts, you're not getting the heal. Also, he can do a big heal down, so you're not getting the heal. Like, someone should have died by now. Like, I mean that. If I quit the stage and restarted right now, I guarantee you at least 1 or 2 of these units would be dead at this point. Like, well, it's just, what the fuck, dude? Anyway, I'm just gonna click the button here and, fix all the problems. Oh, freebies. Don't like them. Okay, still got crit down. I could Atlas her to do her big heal. Don't think I need to do that though. I have no heal, no defense up, none of that though. I will do this then, get the evade. As soon as you break, he gets the buff though. Oh wait, don't, oh Jesus. If she had NP'd there, that would have been horrible. Because she could have broken the bar and then we could have been insta-killed immediately. Although actually, you would have just done it to Constantine because we had taunt, so that wouldn't have been too bad. Okay, now if we break, it's fine. We might not break here though. I would if I do the Buster attack, but I'm probably not going to do that. Although, now that I think about it, I guess Asclepius doesn't do a lot. Oh my god, Asclepius needs to fucking die. Because he's in the front slot. Oh god. Nothing like Asclepius versus ORT for the final health bar. Yeah, that sounds great. Yeah, we have skill sealed a decent amount, but not so much that we should have been avoiding the debuffs this much. I mean, we got buff blocked one time the entire fight. I don't know though, it could be tied to something you do, or it does have a lot of weird shit like that, so maybe that's what it is, and just for some reason, I don't know, maybe Asterios was screwing me over because of that. Yeah, maybe it was that, like maybe it was something to do with you debuffing him, I don't know. I'll have to check on that. Honestly, if that's the reason, then that's a whole, that's like, that's fucked. Okay, so she's gonna die, and then Gwen's gonna come. Oh wow, that's bad. Yeah, because Gwen's gonna come in before. Wow, that's really bad. Yeah, Gwen's gonna come in before Chen Gong, so I can't taunt. So Gwen's just gonna instantly die. So then I guess 100 Face is going to be our final unit then, which I guess is fine, but I think I can make that work. And if I fuck up, then it's gonna be. Wait, does he attack more than once? Jesus Christ, does he attack more than once if you don't have taunt? Because that would be a real problem. No? Okay. Because yeah, then he would just kill 100 Face and we'd be super screwed. Like, Jesus Christ, don't do this to me, game. Asclepius could probably solo this actually, but it would take a very long time. There's really no reason to Joan of Arc NP, although I guess you get a defense buff. Yeah, I just stunned him to take a turn off of his damage resistance. The thing is, the buff block might be tied to something with you debuffing, but like that's not where he gets the one thing from. Like all the dots and shit, he just gets from his like on attack thing. Like I don't know. I do wonder if somehow those Asterios was screwing me up. Man, this sucks that Gwen's gonna do nothing. Like he could be so good here, and he's just gonna do absolutely nothing. Whoa, there's nothing I can do about it though. It just is what it is. I could rainbow chain. Try to get like one hoorah out of him. Sadness. Dude, Gwen has got ridiculous stats right now, and he's just gonna get one shot. Yeah, okay. Good times, good times. Is that the buff that does it? Because you can buff block that. It might be this. But if it's this, you can buff block that. I mean, you can only do it for so long, but you could totally fuck with the boss fight if that's the one. Alright, well, for some reason 100 Face is going to be the final unit. Oh, it's the first one? Was the other one from Gwain? The bot Gwain. I think his damage resist goes away this turn. It's either this turn or next turn. Yeah, you can't do a whole lot to him in the meantime. Dude, 100 Faces buffs are outrageous though because we got so many characters killed. Okay, he's NPing here. He still has damage resist, so no reason to NP. Alright, she has the most stacks you could possibly get from the gimmick. And then the damage resist goes away here, so she should be an absolute monster. What? What? I've been lied to. I've been lied to. We're gonna lose because of that. Most definitely. That is not good. If he had like a heal command code or something, because I didn't invulnerability him, so he face tanked the NP. I don't understand. I don't understand. What the fuck? That is so bad. We are absolutely screwed now. I have been lied to. Yeah, maybe it's only the very first slot that's safe, but I mean, he never attacked the middle slot before. Well, that's kind of frustrating because now we're gonna have to do the entire boss fight again, which, you know, it's kind of a long boss fight. Asclepius would have been able to do it. And honestly, Chin Gong probably could have done it if I had just invulnerability'd him there, but, you know, I was trying to get him killed, so I saw no reason to do that. Yeah, if he had decent command codes, I think he'd be fine. Who knows, maybe he can pull this off, but, I'm not confident. I mean, he's only doing 24k too, that's pretty bad. That no affected. Oh yeah, no, we're dead. Yeah, no, we're dead. That sucks though. I don't think we would be dead if I had just done the invulnerability. Now that doesn't mean we would win because there's still would be a lot of turns to go. But I think it would have been possible. That really sucks though that I gotta do this all over again just because something wacky like that. Well, we is dead. Are we buff blocked right now? Yeah, that's why hers failed. We were buff blocked. If I had known that, I would have just done this. Okay, well, now we have to do it all over again. I do not know what happened there. That was weird. I guess we just put 100 Face in the front. I was never planning on using her as the final unit, but the way that went, that seems like it's possible all three of them live. Although that was really just because of the debuff thing, so. Well, ORT 1, the universe is doomed. Yeah, watch us get debuffed to help. Did the music bug out again? Nope. Just does it once. Alright. Try this again, motherfucker.
任せてくれ。了解した。
Putting quick last to make a bunch of stars. See if we can get a crit next turn.
我らの信仰にかなうものなし。テオドシウス・コンスタンティノス。この身が滅びようとも、我が祖国は永遠なり。
Alright, chat. Favorite Lostbelt. Any criteria you want. Could be gameplay, character, overall, you know, whatever it is. What's your favorite Lostbelt? 5-2 for me as well. As much as I like Lostbelt 7 and Norton and all that, it is still 5-2 for me. Wow, Lostbelt 3. That's rare. It's very rare. Seven does have a lot of filler. There's no doubt about that. Every story written by Nasu, it always has a bunch of filler. It's just his shtick.
全身のみだ。全員に次ぐ我が剣、我が愛馬よ。
Let's fucking go, Constantine. Let's see what we get here. Hell yeah, let's go. Yeah, I like Lostbelt 1 a lot too. For me, I think it goes 5-2, 1, 7. I don't know, 7 and 1 is really hard because ORT is so much cooler than anything in 1. But 1 is just way smoother with like the cast, the pacing, and all that kind of stuff. I don't know, I might put 1 and 7 tied. Like, I'm very biased to ORT, but it just is what it is. Like, you like what you like. Okay, I think I need an NP on Hunter Face just to get the crit down. But I tell you what I really need is actually Asclepius's NP right now. That's actually really bad that I can't cast it here. This rainbow chaining is fine. I don't even know what Constantine's overcharge is. It's the defense up. Okay. No need for it, but no need for 100 Faces overcharge either. What really holds Lostbelt 1 back is the gameplay is nothing special. You know, Ivan's a fun fight, Anastasia's a fun fight, but that's like it. And honestly, Anastasia was a really good boss fight for her time. You know, she's kind of power crept now, but that's just how it is. But that was a good fight. But it looks like with my chat, it's like Lostbelt 5-2, Lostbelt 6. Those were like the two most. But there was a healthy dose of a few other things in there too. But yeah, I think 6 and 5-2 were the most popular. Okay. Oh fuck, I can't. Oh fuck, I think we've already lost. My timing on that was so bad. Yeah, you've got to Asclepius NP before you break the first health bar. I should have broken it one turn later, because now we're gonna get super fucked up. Well, Asclepius has the most health, so he'll be the odd man out here. I would love it. No, that's it. I don't know how that got so fucked up. I guess we just did too much damage to start. That first break bar is just so nasty. Actually, I do like the bosses in Lostbelt 3. They're fun. The only boss fights I like in Lostbelt 4 are like the Limbo Gajuna fight in Gajuna after. Oh, and the tree, of course. The you know, with the Hot Wheels and stuff. That's a good boss. But all the fights before that are just way too easy. Oh, you know what? The way we're playing, Joan of Arc really is not that important here. I could probably just cut her entirely, but she is good in case of a really, you know, fucked up start. Honestly, Ku soloing the tree back then was actually pretty hard. Wasn't the hardest solo like ever, but it was hard. And also back then, there were very few units that could solo that boss fight. I remember there was hardly any solo videos for it. Most of the ones that were out there were people kind of cheesing it with like getting extra help from the taunts and stuff like that. And generally only like some really good AoE units could do it. Like Ereshkigal, stuff like that. But there were just very few units back in the day that could do it. However, now a lot of people can do it because people have been buffed, like Ku's been buffed, so it's easier for him. We've got better command codes, we've got 120, right? There's just so many things have happened since now and then that now soloing it's still hard, but it's not nearly as tough as it was. But like, you know, Ku's, you know, had to really work for it before, but now he really doesn't. Like with his buffs and stuff, it's just pretty easy now. Well, I don't know about easy, you still have to be a little smart about it. Okay. I think we do that. Shouldn't be a problem this time. The only reason I got fucked up was because Asclepius had low starting NP, and now he doesn't. So actually, if I wanted to go faster here, actually probably would have been better than going slow.
少し痛いぞ。
I can clear that debuff, but that's not super useful. However, well, I don't really need to Asclepius NP this exact. Why did I not cast this earlier? Now I'm just wasting my man, and the NP gain would have been enough for Asclepius to get his NP right there. Fuck. Wow, yeah, and I could have done her first skill. We could have had both of our NPs right here. Wow, I have to reset because of that, actually. That's super bad. I don't know what I was thinking there. All the Knights of the Round are really strong. Like, they're all top. Well, maybe other than Gareth. No offense to Gareth, she's definitely the weakest. But, I mean, she's not garbage either, though. Like, she's still a good servant. Honestly, I think they would have made more special intros if they had more time. Because, like, Bat Boy's boss intro didn't seem very finished to me. It had no, like, proper sound effects and stuff. Yeah, ORT should have probably had one. I think he would have if they just had more time. Really tempting to use her quick card, but got the Merlin as well.
少知りたいぞ。あまたの侵略あれど我らの信仰にかなうものなし。テオドシウス・コンスタンティノス。
A lot of times though, when you commission like art and music and that kind of thing, you let them know way in advance. And they're not exactly part of like the typical development cycle. Right, like the guys that are working on the code and shit. So, I imagine the music was actually finished quite a while ago. It's pretty standard. Not always, but that is generally how it goes. Okay. We're not gonna break here. We only got 1 star. Could triple NP, but I don't think I need to. Okay, chat, least favorite Lostbelt. That's a tough one for me, because I really did not like 3, even though I do like the boss fights. But I really don't like 6 either. Wow, that's a lot of 3. That is a lot of 3. Jesus. It's probably Lostbelt 6 for me, just because there is so much filler. Oh my god, the amount of filler in 6. I think it's got the most filler out of any of the stories. And I hated pretty much everything about it, so yeah, probably 6. Although, you know, Fluffy and the music is some good shit. Cannot deny that. I probably should not have cast that. I think I should have saved it for when you're canceled on your art cards. How did I do so little damage earlier? What the fuck? I'm not crazy about 2 either. Yeah, 2 is pretty whatever. I don't hate it though, but it doesn't, I don't know, it just doesn't do a lot for me. Oh yeah, the MC seal is really annoying in 3. That was a terrible gameplay gimmick. Make the enemies stronger, don't make you weaker. That was just so unfun. Because there's a lot of characters, like playable characters, right? Not like lore characters, but there's like playable characters that they really need the Mystic Code to function, right? They're disproportionately nerfed if you can't use the Mystic Code, and that just really limited your team options a lot, and it's not very fun. That does really suck. I still like some of the boss fights anyway, though. But they'd be better if they maybe had a bit more health, right? Or a little bit harder, and then you didn't have the stupid Mystic Code thing. Okay, we actually have some debuffs this time. Yeah, I think that's the thing right there. Took them a while. Okay, I don't think I want to clear them yet. But yeah, I swear they exist. It was so weird before. Well, Lostbelt 6, when they first planned it, because they made those hint words a lot at the start, and they made the plot outline for all the Lostbelts way back then. They already decided a lot of the stuff. But they changed their minds in Lostbelt 6. They've talked about that after the fact. Like, regular Gwaine was going to be a pretty big part of Lostbelt 6. But then that got cut. And it's because like King Lot was going to be there, and like King Lot was going to like slowly transform and turn into the Green Knight somehow, and like be fused with the Green Knight or something. And you know, Gwaine was going to be all about trying to stop that. And that was going to be a whole shtick. But yeah, that got cut because the you know, they kind of shifted some things around with you know, Vortigern over him and all that, because like, you know, Vortigern was going to be his own thing, And Artoria was going to be in it too, like regular Artoria, but and that's why she's on the the promotional original the first promotional stuff for Lostbelt 2 or just Lostbelt Part 2, whatever. But yeah, that stuff didn't happen. So because honestly, the hint words for Lostbelt 6 probably would have been different if the way it ended up was what their original plan was. They probably would have made it different stuff. Which probably would have been better, honestly. Because they kind of set a certain expectation and then that didn't happen. Okay, see look, we're in debuff. We're not in debuff hell yet, but we are getting debuffed. We have defense down, right, and all that. How many turns on this? Okay, one more turn on that. We can hack it. Oh, I can't do that shit. Get him, Constantine. Fuck him up. 60, 30, 70. Give me 2 crits. I don't think they weren't going to release Artoria as the Grand Saber. They were like it's the same character, right? She just would have been summoned under the Grand circumstances instead of a regular servant, which honestly would have been really helpful to explain to people how the fuck Grands work, because people still don't get it. But anyway, they would have just used regular Artoria's sprite and all that kind of stuff. We didn't seem to crit much there. Hey look, absolute debuff misery. See, I wasn't crazy, chat. It's a thing. Let's see, I wish this was back. I kind of want to do the cooldown reduction on Asclepius though, because the debuffs are the actual threat here. So she can heal herself next turn. This is tough. Who to heal? Probably Asclepius because he can't give himself guts. Oh god. Actually, let's overcharge Constantine because he does have double attack up. And people going for those Sansons. I don't want to talk about that first sword attempt. That didn't happen, Chad. This is our first sword attempt. Don't worry about it. What are you laughing at, Chad? Eh? What are you laughing at? Also, how about that 5,000 life? We're not doing so good on this attempt, though. Going very slow. Slow and steady, though, wins the race. Hey, I can delete the VOD. I'm just saying. I have the power. I forgot to cast this before. Well, whatever. Either that or that was the slowest turn that humanity has ever seen. Oh, fuck! This is ORT's NP turn. I was not paying attention. So I can fix this. You do this, and then you NP seal. Can you imagine if he guarded that NP seal? Like if he had magic resist all of a sudden? Problem is we are not close to getting anybody's NP, and we have like no art cards here. Uh-oh. I can rainbow chain the Buster card. That's all I can do. Man, that's just a straight up misplay right there. Like, I wasn't really paying attention to that. So I could have held one of those NPs. Could have held, Constantine. So he's got damage resist. I think we're dead, honestly. I think I fucked up really bad there. Yeah, I would need one more turn. I mean, we have guts still. I don't know. The thing is, he'll prop guts and then attack, so I don't know if I can bounce back from that. Ugh. Ugh. It's so brutal. If I could just NP, I'd be so set here. Well, I can do this. Also, I swear the music's taunting me right now. I mean, maybe he'll live, right? It could happen. We have crit down at least. We get the heal from Asclepius first. Oh boy, at least Guts didn't proc. 1 HP, let's go! So then we get full health off of Guts. Oh, then we got Drake. We almost died anyway, but that was lucky as hell. That was so fucking lucky. We would have died there, I think, if that didn't happen. Oh, Jesus. Did I get NP drained or something, though? Because I still didn't get his NP. We could still die then, because, how did I not get his NP? Yeah, we must have been NP drained. Shit. I don't die here, we're fine though. Unfortunately, the heal's gone, so it is possible we could die here. He has crit down though, so that's good. I think we'll live. Oh, he removed his debuff, so he could totally crit now. And we taunted, so we would. Oh no. Fuck you, game! That's so dumb! God, it's because it's completely my fault though. Like, I just did that Constantine in here earlier when I shouldn't have. Man, that sucks. I might want to clear these to heal. Nah. You know, maybe we should have put her in the front. I don't know. Mad chat. We got our boy killed because I'm stupid. And our damage is gonna drop so hard without Constantine. We don't get the charisma buff. We don't get the stars. We don't get the buster up. And you know, he actually can hit things where Joan of Arc cannot. And also now we get less buffs at the end because we're already. You have to die in the final health bar to get the buffs. So yeah, not good. Not good. Okay, I'm pretty sure I could Joan of Arc NP and have it back in time, and I could always stun if I don't. Yeah, the 1v1 me bro at the end is really cool. I wish it was done a little bit differently. But, and also, it's not balanced with this whole fight is not balanced with alter egos in mind. And that's because it's very, very possible you have to do this fight with no useful alter egos. Because you can't summon a friend support. So, I mean, it's obvious. Like, this fight is just absolutely not designed with alter egos in mind. He will do no damage to them. But because of that, if you have alter egos, it's just a joke. And that's why a lot of people say this fight's super easy, is because they've got melt or whatever, and it's a, you know, face roll. Yeah, you do have Jufu, and she can solo it, as I showed, but, you know, she's not gonna just make the fight beginning to end really easy. Like, not at all. Alright, let's see here. Guess I just, arching. Probably start because of Joan of Arc, I can probably focus on 100 phase DPS a lot now. Try to speed it up a bit. So I'm just gonna say, at this point, they just need to add things to FP summon for all the extra classes, so they stop having to do this. Because some people, I think, are just really bad at noticing, but I see it clear as crystal. All the, like, extra classes and stuff, they're always disproportionately easy if you have, like, the rare thing that gives you a proper counter class. Because they just do not design them the same way they design archers and lancers and assassin bosses and stuff. They just don't. And it just makes them, like, way too easy. if you have the stuff. So yeah, they just need to add all of the. They need to add a really solid 3-star to FP summon for every single extra class, and just make sure it's really solid, like kind of the Ushi of that class, if you will. You know, a very just good boss killer. Could do the 3rd skill, but there's no debuffs right now. We are getting kind of fucked up though. We got 2 heals though. Oh yeah, and Joan of Arc gives us a defense up. Three-star Maxwell Demon single target caster. Yeah, he's probably going to be AoE. Let's be honest. I do think he's pretty likely to get added someday, and I'm very happy about that because I like him a lot. But because he's playing a major role in Redline, I feel like it'll happen at some point. And yeah, I'll be very happy because I'm a big fan of him. Very unique servant. All right. I guess I stun here just because I don't need to stun on the NP turn. Because I'm going to get our NP here no matter what. Probably R chain just to make sure 100 face gets it. Oh boy, is he gonna have some attack ups. I could NP seal him, but no reason. But thankfully we have invulnerability here, so it won't matter. You know, I think I do this, just try to get the art up. I don't think we're gonna need the evade. Probably should 100 face NP first. Like you get more crit down, and crit down's awesome, but like her crit down is so large, it's most bosses have a 0% crit chance. Like if there's maybe a few like gimmick bosses that have crit up and stuff that can still crit you, but generally the 50% is so much that nobody will crit you ever. And then her overcharge is just even more crit down. So, although I will say, if you do have a boss where their gimmick is having like some permanent crit up that you can't remove or anything, then the overcharge can be good, because you overcharge her once and it becomes a 62.5% crit down for 3 turns, then a 75% crit down, and then 87.5, and then 100% crit down, which is just silly. Yeah, NPing the turn that he NPs you is definitely the best. And then like NP sealing right after, so you have the maximum amount of time. That works really well. But I think he NP drains, so it just minimizes that. Bonk. Alright, sleep phase. Shame I can't hit him with an NP right now because you do more damage, I think, the first hit out of sleep. I do the defense down and all that, but it's not gonna be enough to really carry. Joan of Arc has her NP and the boss has 0 ticks. Kind of silly. Also, she can stun again, so no point in casting it here, though. Don't think I'm going to regret this. Actually, I might as well cast this then, because I think we'll break. Wait, I don't have art up or any of that. Maybe not. Actually, Zeus did not stalemate the White Titan. He did win. It's weird that everyone words it that way. Like, if it was a stalemate, the White Titan wouldn't have left. And, Moore said like it was almost a stalemate, like it was almost a tie, but he did you know win. He didn't kill the White Titan, but White Titan didn't kill any of them either. But yeah, the difference is in normal human history, Zeus doesn't force the other gods to give him their authority and all that, and in the Lostbelt he does, and then obviously he's stronger because of that, and that's why he's able to stop the White Titan. $3,000 health, huh? Alright, we're almost there. Not fuck it up this time. Now that we have 100 face in the front slot though, I don't think we'll have any problems. It sucks though, because I really want to use Gwaine, but it's unlikely that's going to work out. We're going to have one less stack of the buffs, but I don't think that's a big deal. Okay, he's got damage cut or whatever. And so he's got an 8-hit damage resist or 5 turns. I guess he was Asclepius, because you get the extra attack. Yeah, fuck it. Either that or you... it sucks, but I should do this. It's good to get the debuff immunity and then start building up to the next NP. But you miss out on an attack. The amount of crits that Hunter Face has stopped between these few attempts we've done, a total game changer. Oh, he removed Asclepius' buffs, I think. That sucks. Gotta make sure Jonah Art gets their NP, but I can do 100 face anyway. Just do the quick card. I mean, I'm sure the art card's enough, but I don't want to risk nothing. Yeah, fuck him up. Let's go. Drop a heart on him. Ironically, his heart on him, but you know. So, chat, Cuckoo is a really good solo unit. One, she has a lot of niches that allows her to counteract a lot of boss gimmicks, because she's got anti-piercing vulnerability, she has sure hit herself, stuff like that. But she just, the 2 hard survival skills, I don't think there's a single unit out there that has 2 hard survival skills that isn't a good solo unit. She actually can solo that fluffy fight, because that's the interlude fight, which is not as hard. She can solo that one. You have to get lucky, but she can actually, it's not, like the win rate's like 20% or some crap, right? So that's why I didn't put it in the video, but she can do it. And if she's grailed and shit, because you know mine's just 90, if she's grailed and all that, she could do the interlude one, I think without RNG. I don't know, might be a little bit RNG. Even interlude fluffy is a fucking nightmare. Anyway, but the actual fluffy fight, no way. Like, it's just not happening. You're not soloing that. If she had debuff immunity for like 3 turns or something like that, and somewhere in her kit, then actually she might be able to do it, but she doesn't, so. Even then though, it'd be tough. Like, it would still be a hard time. God, this song is so good. I still got the stage though, so I can show it off. But yeah, you have to, it's a horrible stage because it makes you bring 2 Edmonds. So you have to like double Chen Gong or some crap like that. It's super annoying. Yeah, Fluffy has all of his gimmicks from the real fight, but he's just weaker in like every way. His health is lower, his attack stat is lower. I think he has less curse stats and stuff. So it's quite a bit easier. Ooh, boy, I got buff blocked again. Good way to die. We're almost there. Chat, you know someone out there, their favorite character has like always been Joan of Arc, right? So, like APOC is a pretty old series now. And like you know someone that's just unwavering, right? Joan of Arc has just always been their favorite. And she is really good, and I'll say this, even though she's kind of slow, because she doesn't add a lot of damage, if you're going to use her, most people just make the, like, you wouldn't really bring Asclepius with Joan of Arc, right? Like, unless you're, like, really budgety. You break the other two units very murder focused. Or like, you know, one DPS and the other unit is just a very offensive support. Or just Castoria, because she's an offensive and defensive support, because that's balanced. Anyway, but if Joan of Arc is your favorite character like forever, she is good for basically every boss fight that's ever been made. And so that on the one hand that's nice, and you can use her all the time, and you know, it's actually, she's pretty fun when you're not full on stalling. However, she's never gotten an animation update, and she's been in the game forever, and she's relevant. So if you're not like on copium using her all the time, but you're just never, you know, 8 years in and you still don't have an animation update, not great is what I'm getting at. You know, if I don't do anything, we might get fucked up this turn, but I really want to do the NP artwork, but I probably shouldn't. We'll do this, and then we'll do, I guess just Asclepius's for the debuff immunity. And I'm sure a lot of people like Joan of Arc. I think she's a pretty popular character. I just don't think she's a lot of people's absolute favorite. I know it is for some people, but I figure she's in a lot of people's top, you know, 15, something. All these crit misses. Also, he just removed all of my buffs. Okay, thanks, guy. Will she have time? It's fine, I can use the Mystico. They're gonna die soon anyway, so I don't have to worry about it like normal. I don't know why I didn't just Brave Chain there. Extra attack is worth it. So Asterios is definitely better than a lot of the stuff I'm using right now. Joan of Arc actually is pretty good here, but if you were going to use her, I don't think you'd use Asclepius as well. I think you want one or the other. I'm going to save that evade just in case something goes very wrong here. No, no, no! You stupid burb! Ugh! Bad timing! You couldn't have done that like the turn before? She did 120,000! That's way more than normal. But she couldn't have done that like last turn or next turn, right? Like either one would have been way better. He's not even Earth, man. Although he is a threat to humanity. Alright, yep. There it is. Yeah, you can't go right for the middle. Why can't I put Gwen in the front slot? It'd be awesome. Okay, I can remove these, which I don't need those, so might as well. Gwen has no cards in the deck at all. I could cooldown reduction and stun ORT. I don't know what that would really accomplish, but I'm going to do it. And then, get some 100 face NP, I guess. If Joan of Arc dies, I could technically Chen Gong taunt Gwen, but then Gwen would have to 50-50 with Chen Gong. As awesome, I would love to use Gwen as the final unit, because he's literally pointless on the team right now. But it's not a good idea. Because you'd have to be able to get Chen Gong killed with 100 face. But yeah, if Gwen's not in the very front slot, it's too hard to try to make it work. Man, I wish I had known though the fight worked this way when I did it on my main account, because I would have done the fight very differently. Like I would have used 2 to be at the end, but yeah, I didn't know at the time. I could taunt 100 face, and then it's just a 50-50. The thing is, if you lose the 50-50, it's over. So there's really no reason to. I guess what I do is I taunt Chen Gong just so Gwen gets to do a bit more damage here. Although the boss still has the resist, so you're not really doing a lot at the minute. You could save scum though. If you had some skills, you could just keep save scumming until the one you want lives. But this is way safer doing it this way. It's just less fun. My boy Gwen, just here for style. Would be useful as if he was a buffer, so you could do buffs on the way out. Oh, we got buff block, I see. How many turns are on it? Because Cuckoo might show up. Only 1 turn, but I'm gonna get rid of it. I want to get my stuff here. Hey look, we didn't get the art buff again. Fantastic. Wait a minute. I could have removed the... I could have removed the buff block with my debuff clear command code because I had no dots on me or anything like that. Wait, I did get art up, did I? Oh yeah, wait. Yeah, it is in there. I don't know what the hell I missed then. We are so tanky right now. I think he just killed my buffs. He did. And I guarded something, I'll take it. Good thing is though, a lot of her value comes from debuffs and he stole my evade. That little shit. That little shit. Well, I could NP for the art resist down, and I could fuck it. I guess we do that. We can probably loop anyway. Although, we don't have the NP gain up anymore, so maybe not. Guess we'll see. He's just borrowing it without giving it back. It actually does make Jufu really good here though, because she doesn't have any buffs that it matters that much if he steals them. And she's just inherently so tanky because she's an alter ego. You must get debuff resist per person that died or something, that's why we're guarding so much. Boy, he really slowed us down there, though, with that evade. If Hunter Face's third skill removed gimmick buffs, that would be so bad. Oh, Jesus! Sorry, Ort, I thought we still had a ways to go, but, kinda blew him up there. We'll take that. Yeah, this is the coolest thing in the whole fucking story, and they don't let you fight it. Because you kill Servant Ort right there. And then he summons himself again, but he like makes himself stronger. Like he's like upgrading. My boy. Like, fucking look at this, dude. He just upgraded the shit out of himself. Looks fucking godly now. It probably is Ort level 2. It'd be really funny if they did that if you got into gameplay. Like, you work so hard, and he's just, like, instantly back again, and even stronger. Like, he's got a whole form that we don't get to fight. Hey, GSK. Yeah, and he's green! Like, shit! So I have heard mixed things about if Ort can come back if she's still around. I've seen people say that's not a thing, and I've seen people say it is a thing. Does anyone know? Because it's kind of weird. You don't see her die, but she like flies off. So I don't know if she's just going into space to be a space god, which I don't think so, because she's like kind of obsessed with wanting to defend the Earth. But some people are saying she flies into the fucking sun and kills herself because like Ort will come back if she sticks around. But yeah, I've seen conflicting reports on that. Rip dinos. And who gives a shit about Veach? She's just a servant. Like, she can just be summoned again. That doesn't... Their whole timeline's getting erased, so they don't exist anymore. Also, I think she goes back to the meteor. I don't think Veach is really dying or anything. But yeah, I kind of want to know what's happening, like, right here. Because I'm not really sure. I saw a Google translation of it, but oh boy, was that not helpful. Google Translate is actually so much better at dealing with Japanese now than it was like 10 years ago, though. It's huge improvement. Like, you give it another 5 or 6 years and it'll probably get it. The problem is Japanese is just inherently not a very good language for, like, clarity in text. It's such a context-based language that just inherently makes it crazy hard for, like, an AI to understand. And honestly, it's hard for people to understand, honestly, unless they, like, really, you know, have taken the time to learn it, just because it being a context-based language is just very bizarre, let's put it that way. Yeah, anyone have any idea what the fuck happens here? Because I don't get it. Because you don't see her fade away, but she just flies off and then you never see her again, ever. And like, I don't know what's going on with the ORT thing, like if ORT can come back, if she's still, you see right there, and then you never see her again. I don't know what the hell's happening. Well, that's it for Lostbelt 7. Although we got the little underworld bit to do. Because we died of fucking radiation right here. ORT from the grave. Oh, server reset. We died of cringe, yeah. I'll take it. Alright, we in the afterlife now. Again. I don't even know why they help you here. I guess once David's failed, he doesn't really see the need to, you know, fuck you over anymore. Because, you know, you're, I guess, their best hope at this point. But I think he resurrects David as well, I think. This is a fun fight. It's not like the best, but it's not the worst either. It's totally fine. It's not supposed to be as, like, you know, big and dramatic as, you know, ORT, obviously. The other fights with him are so bad, because if you bring, like, Pearson vulnerability, they're just so easy. Like, you need a little anti-debuff, but, I mean, it's just nothing. And you just have to know that he puts the back row in the front, right? It's just trial and error nonsense. Yeah, you don't see David get resurrected, but it's heavily implied that it's going to happen. It can only revive one of you right now. Yeah, I guess you can revive 2 in total, though, so you're literally just fighting over who gets rezzed first. I think that might be what it is, and they'll probably have David show up late in, like, the big finale then, or whatever. I'm not sure. I don't know. We might be saying, like, a whole see you later space cowboy thing, right? I don't know. So I'm not sure if David's getting rezzed or not. I haven't seen, you know, like, a proper translation of it, so... David still has his last CS. So what, can you go back in time and then just do it all over again? Oh, that art just kills me. Oh, God. Looks better here, though, because of the background being so foggy. That makes it look less bad. At least his in-game art is way better. And that's what you see most of the time anyway, so... So I've actually never used an Avenger here, and as such I kind of want to, just because it's my ult account and I don't have to take it as seriously. But which one? Lobo would be interesting. There's always, this monster. Lobo is kind of fun because he's only a 4-star, right? So it's nothing, nothing too busted. Antonio would be, that'd be tough. I bet you she murders this real easy. You do want an NP that does actual damage, though. Yeah, let's try Lobo. Max, are you here? Any chance, Max is lurking about? Pretty late, so not my typical streaming hours, so maybe not. Oh shit, Max is here. Can we get some command codes? I don't even know what's good here because I kind of forget. What did he have? Well, I don't know, you can just go with the basic stuff, you know, general value things, but yeah, I'm trying to remember if he had any extreme gimmick. Can he stun or anything? Yeah, I can't really remember. But let me look at the team here. Like how the team name is Lobo. Do you have to bring MASH here? I would imagine you can't bring MASH because she's, you know, not in the underworld, so. Okay, well, taunt walls are very much the way to go here, although I guess doesn't have to be the case if you're using an Avenger, I suppose. But if you're using a Berserker, then you 1,000,000% need to taunt. So he is quick, which sucks for us. Oh god, I forgot about that. There's no quick support. What is wrong with this game? Why are we 8 years into this game and we don't have a single target FP summon caster and we don't have a fucking quick support? I just, it's fucking ridiculous. I just do not understand this. Oh my god. Yeah, probably hands, but you know, all you're gonna get is, you know, 20% attack buff 80% of the time, so he's more there for the heal and all the other stuff. Yeah, fucking Dumas, please. Alexander Dumas, 3-star, FP summon. Just do it, for God's sakes. Alright, let's see, what do we, we could waver. There is, if we want to, you know, escalate things, because like as good as Joan of Arc is, she's still no waiver. I don't know if we want to go that. Waiver is just so, like he's no Castoria or any of that, but man, he's still busted as fuck, dude. Like he is really silly. You know, there's that could be all right. Okay, the NP is AoE. So Lobo, I will say, is pretty bad for this fight for an Avenger, right? He's still an Avenger, so that's good, but he doesn't have Heart Survival, and Heart Survival is really good here. So that's a thing. How did I get around that with Mori? What did I do? What did I bring? I know I brought taunts and shit. I think I just gutsed it. Yeah, I think I just gutsed the NP, is I think what I did. We could maybe do that. The thing is, Mori is, Mori's Buster, so bringing Guts is, like, awesome, where, Lobo's quick, so it's not so awesome. I guess you could use it on a Buster crit though, and that's not so bad. I mean, I'm doing Lobo, we're doing it, but this is definitely not a great fight for him, at least not on this account. Alright, what's the other unit? I mean, there's still no quick support. I could bring another damage dealer. I could just like throw some berserkers at it and just see how long they last. That's not terrible. Yeah, I know, there's targetable guts in like Boudica, but that's art, and then you've got Romulus, but his targetable guts is pretty bad, and then he's Buster. So, I mean, Quick is just so fucked for low stars. Yeah, Ruler Martha. Actually, she does get her divinity here, so she actually would do pretty good damage. If you did like a Lobo and a Berserker, you would want to do a taunt. But I want to focus more on Lobo. I don't remember if buff removal is good or not. I forget. I don't remember if he has like those anti-break bar guts things. I don't remember, so we'll see. Chat, where's my Chin Gong of Quick? Because like if we were Buster, this is so good. Because I even have a taunt and stuff, right? But we don't have that. Fine. Who's my hardest hitting Berserker? Probably Jerker, actually. Yeah, weirdly, this account doesn't have, because they're both AoE. I mean, he hits pretty hard anyway, but Jerker's probably better just because single target. MP5. Man, it's weird how much I have forgotten about this fight already. Why is there not a proper quick support? Guys. 585 Alexander though. That'll do it. Wouldn't mind just having 2030 so we're just swimming in stars. Nice music though. Dude, that Pepe emote is so big. I love it. That's great. Alright. Now, command codes update automatically. So we'll just see what Max picked there. I couldn't even tell you what a good command code's here because I don't remember. I mean, there's the anti-ruler one, obviously. I guess that's good. But yeah, I don't remember if there's like attack buffs, defense buffs. I don't remember any of that. That's a big boy. So I'd like to point out that lore-wise, Lobo is horrifying. He actually has a really scary toolkit, canonically. This is a good song. I've seen some people that don't like it, but I think it's fine. I see also people saying it's like out of place. I don't think it's out of place at all. It's abnormal, but it's not out of place. It fits the situation and everything just fine. Like, there's no problem. Like, obviously, if this started playing when you were fighting a giant dragon, you know, or whatever, that wouldn't make any sense, but it fits the context really well. I like, actually, when songs are incredibly different than the rest of the soundtrack. but it's not just for shits and giggles, it's because the context makes sense. I actually really, really like that. Okay.
メリーバッドエンドだな。
See if we can get a nice crit turn here.
大丈夫？痛いとこない？勝利は体力。よし。
Did they buff his first skill? I gotta look this up. No, they did not. Okay. No, I mean the defense up is nice, but we don't need the star absorb right now.
ゲルダの涙でいいだろう。少しばかり誇張して書いてやる。
マスクくん、おいで。
Go get him. Damn. All right.
始めるよ。美味しいごちそう、楽しいパーティー。よし。ハッピーメリークリスマス。
The bad thing is he's gonna like barely not break. So now my NP is really awkward. Let's see how the deck shuffles here. I think I can just break that. I guess I didn't really need the absorb there either, but whatever. Yeah, this should work. The bad thing is I'm gonna overcharge so much here. Yeah, I could have just NP'd and done those attacks and got my NP back again. Whatever.
紛れの太陽、注ぐ秋、テスカトリポか。
何よ。
チェカト。
I feel like default might be better here just for the heal, so you don't get picked to death. See, I should have star absorbed now. I could do the star bomb and guarantee this art crit, and that'd be really nice. I almost want to do the third skill just for the attack down, but we'll hold on to the buff removal.
いい時代だ。
So I finally got my Lobo though, like up at like max level and all that stuff. I still gotta upgrade his skills, but yeah, I really need to do that because Lobo really is awesome. Actually, I'm gonna grail him to 90, absolutely. 2 grails, that's totally worth it. $500,000? And by the way, there's no gimmick here that boosts your damage. It was completely normal. Jesus. All right. I guess we'll do this just to get rid of the attack up. I feel like the deck is shuffling in a way that's really slowing us down here.
さて。
重くいくのね。
I think trying to get her NP again might be copium, but if it does work, that'd be great. Yeah, get him with the popcorn. Although he'd probably appreciate it, to be honest. Doesn't seem to be the type to say no to popcorn. Okay, I'm gonna do this because I just want the recharge. So, Lobo howling like that is actually really good with the boss voice lines. It's actually like so good. Wait, does he quick charge here? Okay, no, that would be fucked. I probably should have brought a taunt though, now that I think about it. Because I'm gonna have no buffs here, we're not gonna quite get it. Well, maybe we will. There is not much, no, there is a point to do crit up. Okay, so we do this. We save the Buster up for Jerker, I suppose. Although I would be surprised if we needed her help at this point, but we'll see. Stab him. What do we get? Oh, we got overkill already. All right. 397? Oh man, we don't get the I know it wouldn't matter because he gets this, but I just wanted to see the... He made my... That's stupid. That I would have preferred you NP'd before, guy. And fucking... Are you... Alright. Yep, I forgot that he stunned himself. So, we whiffed the guts. Well, I do have a feeling we're not going to need Jerker. We'll see what happens here. It's actually pretty crazy, though, if we beat this and no one died, and we didn't have a taunt or any of that, and Lobo doesn't have a hard survival skill. Actually, if this kills, this is way stronger than... And we didn't get the attack up. Okay, thanks, Hans. Anyway, this is way better than I thought it was going to be. Like, yeah, wow, we killed him. Holy shit. He never even needed the back row. That is something. Yeah, it's almost like this boss was not balanced around Avengers or something, and they expected you to have to use a Berserker because they know not everyone has Avengers. But you have the friend support here, so... Jesus. Wooed his last woo, yep. That was fun, though. I enjoy Lobo gameplay. Big crits, big NP, fun utility. We didn't really get to use the utility there, but someday. Dude, that looked like a meme. Because he's like supposed to be farther back. That looks like it was like an edited meme, like poking fun of what's going on in the story or whatever. Like, it's so fucked up. Oh, Jesus. I mean, a lot of people don't have Lobo. He's not that hard to get, but a lot of people still don't have him. And then a lot of people that have him don't level him because they're stupid. But, you know. Also, I didn't level him for a while because I'm stupid. Yeah, Antonio's not that rare because, one, people do roll story from time to time. And he's so easy to get whenever they do class banners and things like that because he's the only 3-star Avenger. I would actually be willing to wager that most of the player base has Antonio. It's probably a huge percentage. Actually, getting a specific 4-star is not that hard. It's just hard in the short term. If you play the game for a long time, you look at any old account, like 3-year-old, 4-year-old, 5-year-old, 6-year-old, 7-year-old, any of those accounts, the amount of just random 4-stars they have is crazy high. I mean, like, they just have so many. You know, you can just get unlucky, right? Like with me, I had every 4-star in the game except for Herc, right? The unlimited ones. Obviously, I didn't have all the limited ones. But the thing is, that's actually my evidence. That was abnormally unlucky, but I still had every other 4-star. Right, and many copies of them, right? I've got many. I haven't whaled, other than Edmund, but I haven't whaled, and I have many of the vanilla 4-stars at MP5 and MP3 and shit like that. But you get a fuckload of them. But yeah, it's hard to get them on demand, right? You're not going to be like, oh, I want to get Lobo right now. It's not going to happen that way. But you get a lot of 4-star spooks over your FGO career. I mean, it's just a mathematical fact. I mean, they're a 50-50 spook rate, and 4-stars are not that rare of a pull. So you're getting like it or not, you're getting them. That's the thing. They'll hit you when you don't want them, right? They'll add some 4-star that you're like, oh my god, I love this 4-star. And that happens all the time. I feel like often I like the 4-star more than the 5-star, right? That's as often as it happens for me. That maybe not as common for the average player, but everyone has those rate ups, so they're like, oh yeah, the 4-star is the one that I want. And then they just keep getting 4-star spooks, and they're just like, motherfucker, right? But in the moment you're pissed, but then after the fact, you know, down the road, you realize you're just swimming in all these 4-stars, so. So yeah, long story short, you're getting 4 stars if you like it or not. But yeah, that one specific 4-star you're like dying to get, you may not get it when you want, right? It could just be at any moment, right? It could be tomorrow and it could be a year from now, so. I have gotten a few 4 stars to MP5 off Pure Spooks. Several of them, actually. Alright, last one. So you get 2 grails out of this place because of those fragments. You're off to the Arctic, I believe. John's been good for a long time. And he wasn't even that bad when he released, to be honest. People just didn't know how to play. Like, I'm serious. Like, day 1 Fionn, or day 1 of his release, anyway. If you worked with, like, Tam and stuff, you could still do some pretty good things with him. The issue, it was 2 things. 1, people were stupid and they didn't know what they were doing. And 2, because people don't really like Fionn, and he had a bad reputation, no one wanted to get his skills to 10-10-10. And when you get into 10-10-10, you don't have the evade RNG anymore, and you get the maximum art up and all that kind of stuff. But he was still, he wasn't like amazing day 1. He really wasn't. But his very first buff made him pretty solid, and then his second buff made him really, really good, and then his third buff just made him ridiculous. And to this day, he's still a great unit. He's like awesome for farming and or AoE challenge quests. He's actually super nice in AoE challenge quests because you get the taunt evade combo for like tanking a boss NP and stuff like that. It's really nice. Yeah, Fionn sees a massive jump at 10-10-10, and he's just always been that way. Underface is like that too. That's how she gets like that critical mass of. It's a lot of stuff. Like it really, Underface is even more so than Ku. I would say really cares about skill ranks. Now, if you're going to be like the Ku guy and use Ku all the time, then yeah, Ku very much wants to be 10-10-10. But Underface is kind of nutty at 10-10-10 because you get the minimum cooldown on the heal, and that's big. And some of those fights where you're really pushed on survivability, being able to heal every 4 turns is actually super helpful. And then it's like that synergy between the short cooldown heal and then the 5-turn evade, where it's a 7-turn evade if you don't level it. So those 2 things play off of each other and just massive survivability. And then it's also your maximum amount of NP gain with the higher art up, the higher NP gain up on the first skill, which makes looping easier, which means you keep the crit down up more, which means you die slower, and it's just a lot happens for 100 face at 10-10-10. Where like Ushi, as great as Ushi is, fucking awesome 3-star, she's actually not that skill rank dependent. Like, yeah, if you're gonna be like maining Ushi and always using her as your rider DPS, then yeah, you should 10-10-10 her just so the cooldowns are shorter. But honestly, she's more of a show up, do the NP once, and it's not a big deal if she never NPs again. But if you're trying to focus on her, then she can, and it's not like hard for her to loop or anything. But it's very frequent to use Ushi as like a gap filler rider, or as a backup unit, or as a kill that one rider in like fighting 6 bosses kind of setup. You don't need her to keep going and going. And her skills do a decent amount at like 4-4-4 and shit like that. So she's actually not skill rank dependent at all. She still scales with it, but yeah, it's just not that important. And Anabashi, I swear to God, you subbed me like last week, but thank you for the 55 months. That is a long, long time. Thank you, man. Oh, Jekyll. There's actually plenty of characters, though, that aren't skill rank dependent, though. Like I just said, I mean, Ushi's a good example, but let's see, what else comes to mind? Shakespeare really only care about his first skill. You'd only care about the other 2 skill ranks if you were going to grail them. Then you would want the minimum cooldown on the invulnerability, but yeah, Shakespeare is not skill rank dependent at all. And Chen Gong is actually pretty... You do want his second skill at 10, but like his first skill is not too big of a deal. It's nice, but it's not that big of a deal. Like Caesar's actually not very skill rank dependent either, because most of his damage just comes from the inherent skill and his NP being ridiculous. And the way Caesar plays, he doesn't recast the skills very often. He's a paper cannon, so Caesar is not even remotely skill rank dependent. Yeah, let's see what else is there. I mean, there's a lot. There's actually a lot of characters that are just not that skill rank dependent. And like, yeah, everyone's stronger at 10, 10, 10, but some people don't get like that much stronger. But then people like Fionn and 100 Phase, they get a lot stronger at 10, 10, 10. And there's certainly 5 stars and stuff that are the same way. Jekyll is just so worthless. I hate to, I gotta, just to, you know, represent here. I really like Jekyll and Hyde. I always have. I liked the story of Jekyll and Hyde before Fate even existed. Like, it was before Fate Stay Night was written. I've always liked the story of Jekyll and Hyde. And I really like him in Prototype. And I like the voice actor a lot. And all edge. Lots of awesome stuff for Jekyll and Hyde. But his gameplay is just so bad. And he's so weak that his skill ranks don't even matter. Like, it's just, it sucks. One of these days... Also, how did the football survive? Was it like originally a football from PHH and it somehow carried over into the Lostbelt and thus survived the Lostbelt fading away? That's the only thing I can think of. I don't know how that would have lived otherwise. I don't know, maybe if it's in the Storm border it doesn't fade away or something. Then if that better not be the case, because then we should have loaded up the Storm border with dinosaurs. I'm just saying. In the olden days, most of the tier lists rated Jekyll and Hyde really high, because they're fucking idiots. I think it was Game Press that said he was the best berserker in the game for a while, best 3-star in the game anyway. And I called bullshit on that immediately. And he never did anything back then, and he certainly never did anything now. He has never been good. I do have a feeling some people are going to come back at the end, but yeah, we'll see. I'm actually, you know, FGO pisses me off a lot with the UI and all this stuff, but, you know, the main story I generally enjoy, except for Lostbelt 6, but, I loved Solomon. That was so much fun, like, just seeing the final answers to all the questions and everything, and I'm legitimately super excited for the finale of 2.0. As frustrating as FGO can be and all this stuff, I'm so excited to see like what's up with you know, the Chaldean here. I think it's either Guadia or Floros, Top Hat guy, how do you say his name? Levy, whatever. I think it's one of those two. But anyway, but yeah, I'm really excited just to see that, who the main antagonist is going to be and how it's going to be resolved, right? Like, do the cryptos come back to life in the regular timeline, right? Like, what happens, right? Do we remember things? Do we not remember things? You know, who lives, who dies? I'm really excited for all that, so. So actually, I think some people would think it'd be boring, but I actually want Guadia to come back so much because he's so relevant to the overall story. Like, he knew about all the alien god, Mesbury, whatever the fuck. He knew about all that stuff from the beginning, and with him getting emotions and all that at the end, I really hope he's in the finale. I think antagonist or protagonist, I don't care. Like, you can make it work either way, honestly. And I think he really deserves to come back for the finale, and I'll actually be pissed if he doesn't. That's like one thing I really want to see is Guadia come back. I think it makes so much thematic sense. And stuff, so I'd be pissed if they don't do something with that. Yeah, I'm so glad Lostbelt 7 was not an actual two-parter. Oh my god, that would have pissed me off. It just isn't, there's nothing about it that needs to be that way. And Lostbelt 5 didn't need to be that way because Atlantis didn't matter. Like, I like Atlantis and everything, but like, it didn't actually matter to the plot. It was like a contrived obstacle that they made up. I really do think the Chaldean is either Guadia or Aralavi or another demon pillar, but I think it's one of those two. I don't see how it could be anything else. Other than some other made-up bullshit character we have had no hints at and he never talked about ever, so. At Media and Game Press have generally had horrible tier lists over the years. They've had a few good tier lists occasionally that were, like, coincidentally alright, but... It's definitely not Ogla's dad. It's absolutely not him. He's doing other shit. He is going to be a thing, but he's not in the Chaldean's body. Unless there's some really weird things going on that I've missed. But yeah, he's not in that camp. My main account actually has Mash Bond up a good bit, but my ult, not really. And my ult had her at Bond cap, but then they just made the cap bigger, so now it's not at the cap anymore. Alright, well, we're all caught up, boys. Now, there's still plenty to do. We got a lot of strengthening quests to do on this account, etc., free quests, blah, blah, blah. But it's 2 a.m., so I'm gonna wrap up there. Overall, I love Lostbelt 7, it's great. Lots of filler, though, and that's annoying. Not perfect. Some of the new characters are kind of silly, kind of a clown show. But, yeah, I like it. Really, only 3 and 6 really stand out to me as not liking them. And then 2, I don't dislike it, but I don't hype it either. But, yeah, I'm looking forward to the next main story, like, very much so. I would rather, though, they fixed the core gameplay issues and the UI and all that, but we know how I feel about that. We don't need to go into that. Anyways, boys, I'm out of here. We'll raid Cairo. I will definitely... I might stream FGO tomorrow as well, but I'm definitely gonna now start incorporating the other games like Epic 7 and, you know, do some bonus streams, maybe Dragon's Dogma or Super Battle Pets or, you know, whatever. We'll start playing other games again. But, yeah, thank you guys for hanging out and take care.
Very good.